Hello, family, and welcome to the fourth edition of the Research Agenda. I am Dr. Alicia Borishade, and with me here today is Audrey Glenn with Community Studios. We are continuing our conversation, our talk therapy, if you will, on women's studies. And as you know, those of you who have joined us for previous episodes, we are delving into the Black and brown woman. We are looking at her health and wellness, mentally, emotionally, financially, physically, and sexually. And so today, our conversation turns to uncoupling. You do realize that our audience really are women, and we want to pay special attention to African American women because, as you know, there's just not much research about African American women. So in our conversation on uncoupling, and this is going to be an episode that will span three segments actually. We're going to delve today into emotional and mental and financial aspects of uncoupling. So Audrey, we were talking earlier, and I love talking with my good friend Audrey. What were we talking? We were talking a little bit about what uncoupling really entails. What say you, sis?
Yeah. So first of all, it's about identity and how as individuals we've been taught to place more value on being coupled or with someone, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, or what have you, over celebrating being single, celebrating embracing who we are, understanding who we are as an individual before we even attempt to couple with another person. So I think there's some work to be done. We talked about work earlier, right? There's work to be done as far as establishing your identity, appreciating, loving yourself as an individual, so that when you do, and if you do, make the choice to couple, you can be healthy for yourself and for that other person, right? So for me, that's what coupling or uncoupling is about. It's about appreciating yourself as an individual.
So today, my husband is upstairs. Every Sunday he comes, he visits his daughter. And I was kind of in my feelings today, which is really an interesting thing. I wasn't expecting that. We have been separated 6 years. Our divorce is there. It's finished. It's over. And we have agreed to move forward as a family, a loving family. I love him. He loves me. We care about each other. We're just not in love with each other anymore. But even after 6 years of this separation piece, I was stunned to realize that I'm still grieving the loss of that family unit the way it used to be. And so my daughter was like, "Mom, can Dad and I just hang out without you?" And I was just kind of in my feelings. But the reality of it is that they have to move forward without me.
Right.
You know, in interacting with them every time that they're meeting. And I think that mental and the emotional piece is something that I just was not prepared for that piece. But I'm okay. Because that's what good friends are for, because you reminded me what the process looks like.
I've been divorced for 11 years, and it is a process. There's a grieving process because divorce is the end of something that was living. It was something that at one point you poured a lot of energy into. It was a part of your identity at some point in your lives. So even if you couple with maybe the wrong person, sometimes that happens. Out of necessity, out of urgency or whatever whatever reason, still it becomes part of your identity, and you commit a lot of resources, emotional resources, mental resources material resources to it. So when it ends, you have to grieve it, but allow yourself the space to do that. Allow yourself the space to grieve it. Be healthy about it. Admit to missing him. Admit to missing the life that you once had.
Yes, I think that's what I was. Yes,
own it, and and just forgive yourself and be easy on yourself. It's hard for him too.
Yes. And the interesting thing is that I'm so excited about the future.
Yes, of course.
I'm so excited about the next chapter.
Of course, there is a next chapter. There's always a next chapter. Let me say this: with anything that happens in life, the only constant is change. There's always a next chapter,
and it's how you embrace it. It's how you welcome it. It's how you learn to appreciate and love and find your joy in your present experiences. And so I'm really excited about it. But it just took me completely by surprise. The other thing that I want to mention that was quite interesting, and we'll probably need to unpack these variables greatly, is the financial aspect of uncoupling.
Yeah, it can be.
Oh my gosh.
It can be very stressful.
Oh my gosh.
For some people, it is the reason that they stay in unsatisfactory relationships. It is the fear of being able to survive without that person.
But they can. If they can just believe in themselves,
we always
can. Yes.
We always can.
Because
there's always a
me
way.
and God, we are a majority.
We are a majority.
Yes. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is having faith in yourself, and confidence in yourself, and faith and confidence in God.
That's right.
And oftentimes we displace those things when we're going through. We forget who we are.
Let's remember that faith is always rewarded.
It's rewarded. We forget who we are. So this is really good stuff. We're going to stop here so we can enjoy some of this great music on Memorial Day weekend. Let's cheers here. This is our cranberry juice.
Yes.
Uncoupling.
Did you say cranberry juice?
I love it. We're going to see you all in DC for the next episode. We will be welcoming, Andrea Allen. Tune in.